Got over Bradford. Yeah, nobody's bothered really about that anyway, are they? I thought there's been some meltdown about it, to be honest. I mean, it was a terrible second half. First half, I didn't think they were out in it. Two teams having a bit of a go at it, a lot of changes both sides. What I would say second half is, though, it proves the value of getting young lads out on loan. Agbon's Homer, Galvin, these sort of players, the young lad Glover. It's one thing playing it under 23s, and we all push, and I'm the same as anybody else. I'd like to see young lads getting a chance. I'd like to see younger players get a chance, but there's a world of difference between under 23s and men's football, and without there being a competitive central league, as it used to be called when I was younger, or even Achard League, if you want to go back even further, there's a gulf. There's a widening gulf there in the development of players with under 23, and then next thing men's football, but at a professional level, at a league level. So should there be something in between there? I still think there would be a place for that, but that's not the way things these days. But I think that game, the second half, highlighted the difference and how important it is to get these players. So players like Agbon's Homer, Glover, Galvin. I think it shows how vital it is that we get young lads like that out on loan to football league clubs, get games under their belt, because when you're coming up against experienced players who know what they're doing and have got that extra physicality and strength and conditioning, I think it does show. And they've got to get accustomed to that. It's all right, throw them in, but they've got to get accustomed to it. So Wednesday take on Barnsley this weekend, the Dingles. I don't mind Barnsley, I know most of other South Yorkshire clubs hate us for some reason. I know, maybe I'm soft. When I was a kid, we wrote goals on Sunday afternoon, John Elm. So I always look out for Yorkshire teams, but Dingles, whatever. We'll have a quick look at their results. A 1-0 win over Cheltenham Town, a 2-1 dip away at Derby County, and then they looked to get season going a bit, a 3-0 win at home against Bristol Rovers, but just as they thought things were taking off, they then followed that up with a 3-0 home defeat to Wycombe, Audible Wycombe. Most recent league result, a 2-2 draw away at Ipswich Town, which is going to go down as a very good result. So a bit of a mixed bag. It looks mainly though like they're struggling to score goals. Quick look at table then. Wednesday currently sat in third place on 13 points. Portsmouth and Ipswich ahead of him. Just highlights really there probably what a good result that were for Barnsley last weekend, and that we can't underestimate them, especially with it being a local derby. Barnsley themselves down there in 16th position with 7 points. Played 6, won 2, drawn 1 and lost 3. Wednesday with that superior goal difference, so we've scored 12, they've scored just the 7, and you can see where the problems are mounting up for them. Have they been lining up? Obviously we can never know for sure our teams are going to line up, but they have mainly been using a 3-5-2 variant, which seems to be sort of flavoured at month in this division. Collins in net, a back three of Williams, Anderson and Kitching. Midfield, Helliwell, Benson. He's got 2 assists and 2 goals. He's probably the one to watch out for in here. Connell and Styles. Thomas playing in an advanced role, and up front, Cole and Aitchison. Well, what about Wednesday? How are they going to line up? Well, one person who won't be lining up is Dennis Adeniran, injured for an unspecified length of time. You can't blame the manager because he's managed him back to fitness gradually. He's not overplayed him. He's just given them odd games in cup. He's not been banging him in there every week. So these things happen. Always seem to happen at Hillsborough. So there'll be no Adeniran in there. There also won't be Alex Hunt. He's moved away last night to Grimsby Town on a permanent deal. I like Alex Hunt. I like the way he plays football. He's always looking for the forward pass. He's always wanting to get on ball. But you look at the competition for places in that Wednesday midfield. I mean, there's 6 or 7 players in there that are all vying for the spot, and the quality that they've shown this season already has been tremendous. Already give Darren Moore a selection headache, so found himself down pecking order. He's 22-year-old. He is a good footballer, and you can't fault him wanting to go and get games and make a career for himself. So probably suits everybody all round. We wish him all the best, and hope he really makes a name for himself there. He had that successful loan spell last season, season before maybe, beginning it last season. 18 games, something like that. And they were really keen, you know, I was going on their forums, their fans couldn't have enough praise for him. They were really keen to try and make it permanent, but didn't think they'd be able to get him. Obviously they got promoted, come in for him and got him now, and I think everybody would wish him all the best. A really nice footballer, and I'll keep an eye on his career and how things pan out. So how will Wednesday line up? I can't see it being anything other than Stockdale in net, back three, Iofa, who looks better and better on the right hand side of that three, Ehekwe and McGuinness, Palmer on the right hand side of midfield in that right wing back spot. For me, been probably played it season so far. Byers and Bannon in midfield with Backinson supporting him in there. Johnson on the left, and up front, well, will there be a temptation to put Wilkes or Martin in there? I don't think Darren Moore will. He doesn't rush players, so I think it'll be Gregory and Windass. Maybe the other two can come on and make an impression from the bench. Prediction, I think Wednesday will win the game. I know it's a local South Yorkshire derby and form goes out at Winder and etc, but don't think they're scoring a lot of goals. I think Wednesday's home form's absolutely fantastic. You know, there's a cliche about making it a fortress and blah blah blah, but home form is really, really good, showing some good attacking intent. We've just got 2 more players in who can just bring us that little bit of spark if things aren't going right. The competition in midfield, that's really good. That's blending in there. Backinson seems to be a good foil for Bannon, letting him go and do his thing. Byers is playing well. Back three starting to take shape. Iofa looks far better on the right hand side. Hegway, I really like him, just quietly getting on with his job and doing his business. You can see why they got so many clean sheets for him last season. And as a team as a whole, we're attacking well, but now we're just ironing out them little problems with Crosses coming in, Byers is shuttling out to help Palmer and double up out there when we're outnumbered. Backinson and Bannon sort of taking it in turns out there to go and help Marvin Johnson out. So I think bit by bit it's coming together and we're getting results at the same time as it's coming together. So I think we'll probably have too much for Barnsley, and hopefully anyway, I could see us probably getting a 2-0.